Okay, I'll tell you what the Ryan character does now. He just starts telling me when it's time to go. He's like getting all director on me. He's getting all, oh, he's a famous director. I don't know, I think Ben Affleck. He's getting all Ben Affleck on me. All right, come on, let's go. Get the shot, Anyway, guys, what we're doing today is Greg sent me, and I want you guys to know I had a little, falling out with Greg yesterday. Well, he didn't have a falling out with me, but I just sent him all these text messages because he put my video on a playlist. Whoops. All right, Ryan, all that trash has to be picked up too before we go. Honestly, I'd seen this video about how to use the e-collar. It was so terrible. I'm not even like that, guys. But I was going to go on there and say, that's all wrong. Well, they disabled the comments. That's what these people do. Don't you think that's pretty lame on YouTube, Ryan? To disable, doesn't that make you, because, that's, if you're putting it on there to get a reaction or whatever out of people, you better get a thick skin. You don't know this, Ryan, but I'm writing a book called Things YouTube Taught Me About Life. And that's one of the things. If you're going to put yourself out there, you better get a thick skin. And to disable the comments, and I don't go on there like, criticizing other trainers, but when something's so wrong. Anyway, so he had put my video on a playlist, but this was later in the day I discovered it. I must have been bored. This is what's going to happen if they stream YouTube on the TV, Ryan. I'll just be watching it all day. There's something called the YouTube effect. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where people just start watching videos and then pretty soon it's about 200 videos later. You know what I mean? It's not you just watch one video. Oh, I'm going to go online and watch one video. I mean, YouTube is completely set up to keep you there. Am I wrong?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I mean, in a suggested video, recommended video. I mean, I think almost half of my, honestly, it might have even been more than that because I was just looking at my analytics, come from the fact that YouTube is suggesting them to people. That's how powerful YouTube is. Half of the 138,000 views that I had this month were from YouTube suggesting. Anyway, guys, so look, these are puppy pager collars, but this one has been set to a tone. Come in so you can get a little bit of a close-up, Ryan. This one has been set to the tone because Greg is trying to set me up for failure. All right, look, this one's the pager, so that's something physical. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, and the tone isn't something physical, so that's what the difference is. And what I've done, you guys, because my YouTube character has a lot of pet peeves, right? It's like, yeah, I'm figuring that one out. 2 hours into my first day. All right, but look, what I've done is you've got to cut a significant amount of strap off. People are always, that's a big pet peeve I have, because when I go on YouTube and these people have these collars on this dog, and this huge thing is flapping like that. If something was going to make a dog collar-wise in this day and age, because the collar is so small, it would be that. It would be when it was on there was this excessive, so I've cut a significant amount, and plus I've already told Greg to send me 2 straps, but after my little breakdown yesterday, let's not run to the mailbox. Anyway, but I'm just going to show you, the reason the pager works is because dogs are reactive and we can cause something physical to happen. You could, and this is the difference, and Ryan has never been exposed to this, so he'll tell me whether this makes sense to him or not, but the tone can make the dog know that something's going to happen. I can use the pager to touch the dog and physically make something happen. That's how we spin them and stuff with that pager. You saw me spinning them out there, didn't you? Anyway, so we're going to put this on the puppy. But yeah, the tones, in my opinion, and that'll be your job research tonight, because Ryan's working tomorrow too, is go on there and see if there's anybody, because that's what I say, when people say, oh, the tone works, this, that, and the other. Okay, I'm sure you're the same way, Ryan. I want to see a video of it working. If I see that, then I'll believe it works. But just someone saying it works, I don't believe that. It's not that I don't believe it, but like there was these people that invented this collar that was this Bluetooth, and I think it made like a bunch of different tones, but Bluetooth, the dog would have to stay really close to you, but and I kind of went on there and said, oh, that doesn't work, and they had made this commercial that was just like with these dog actors, it was like so fake, and this woman was an actor, and she was saying, oh, if Max, ran out in the street or whatever. Oh, I only had to do it one time. All right, get ready, because he's going to head down to the pond. I'm going to spin him at the gate before he goes. If I just keep ignoring him. You know, and that's what I tell my interns that come here. The greatest gift I could give you is, again, to be able to have enough body control. Uh-oh, he's chewing up the tone. All right, let's see what happens if he hears the tone, though. You know, so that, you know, what I could do fairly quickly would be, and that was, I've talked to you guys about this before, that was the original Tritronics concept, was this tone that happened after the continuous, automatically, I want to believe. I want to say either that or there was a way to set it where it happened automatically. But what I can't do with this thing is cause something physical to happen like I can this one. All right, Ron, we're going to start walking down to the pond. He's going to take off to the pond, and I'm going to spin him around. So that's your job to get that shot. It's like, oh, the pressure. The pressure of this job. All through. You know, and that's only if he goes naturally. I'm not going to get on him, Ryan. Get on him. Oh, I cued him with my little... Puppers! Good. So I physically caused that to happen. It was, you know, again, I don't know, I saw a video yesterday where the guy was saying, oh, you know, the collar will vibrate like those old, and you probably don't even remember because Ryan's only 23. You know, people used to wear like this pager thing. This is before everybody had a cell phone. In fact, maybe we should get you one of those. Instead of a cell phone, let's not make too big of a leap. We'll get you one of those. But it was like this belt thing, and then people would page you, and then you would just like look, and it would be like their number, and then you would have to like go to a cell phone or something.
My grandfather had one.
Who?
My grandfather.
Yeah, okay, yeah, his grandfather had one. He's probably older than his grandfather. All right, come on, you guys, let's go. But anyway, so the guy said, oh, it was like one of those, and I thought I was going to go on there and comment, bumpers! Good. And I'm going to tell you why that was a slightly delayed, because I used a little bit different tone. I didn't use the puppy tone. Bumpers! Good. And that was my fault for... you do have to condition them down to a different... He almost spun himself right there, but I didn't. I'm not going to keep spinning him out of the water when he's trying to get in the water. Anyway, but you know, and I'm sure, you know, if I had to venture a guess, the you know, motor that was in those pagers is the same thing that's in your cell phone now, because this is the same thing as your cell phone. It's not the same thing as a pager from the 80s or whenever that was, because unless the pagers in the 80s have the same phone as the cell phones of today. In that case, that was correct, but it was kind of not a good analogy because, well, like a lot of people, you know, their grandfather had one of those, so they only saw them in museums. Bumpers! So I pulled him around with that pager, and I will tell you, they're getting to the age, we've only done the pager, and this collar is only set to pager. They're getting to the age you're going to have to add the nick, so anyway. Look at him go. I think that's a good idea, though, because I already have the GoPro. All we'd have to get is the harness, and it'd be on the dog's chest, and if you kind of taught the fish, you know, every time the dog goes in there, pretty cool, don't you think? Look at him. I do have some. There's one, if you look on my channel, there's one called My Big Catfish. At least he's gone, Ryan, but at least he lives on YouTube. He was huge, and he would come up. I mean, I had him. You could almost hand feed him. I mean, he would come right up to there. And so then it was like a little SeaWorld. The bass were the dolphin, and then the big catfish was the chamois. But after last winter, they all disappeared. One of them actually died, right when my parents came to visit. There was a giant dead fish in the pond. Oh, look at him go. Yeah, of these three puppies, I mean, I will tell you, this one is the most tractable. I mean, he has... you know, more of a field-type phenotype. He's a talented one. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We got to go get the other two.